We are now in full moon territory, although the exact point is May 26th, 7:14 a.m. Eastern Time. This one is also a total lunar eclipse, thereby adding intensity and potential meaning. It is happening across the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, with the Sun in Gemini and the Moon in Sagittarius, both at 5.26 degrees. Look for planets in your chart that are near these degrees in the mutable quadruplicity, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. If you have one or more planets, then this moon is more significant for you. You will feel it more, and it will increase the chance of insights and epiphanies, although you will also get the other end, which can be emotional agitation and instability. When I say near, I mean at least 3 degrees before 5.26 and 3 degrees after. And if you want to just ballpark it, you could say that any planet in the first 10 degrees of the mutable signs is going to pick up this lunar energy more strongly. This is where it can be very helpful to have some understanding of your own specific chart dynamics, because even though one can generalize and say the Sun and Moon being in these early mutable degrees would be most important, every chart is unique, and it is entirely possible there will be a planet or planets other than the Sun or Moon that happen to be crucial for you and are presently running into this moon eclipse. Also, you can get great information by considering where the Gemini-Sagittarius sign polarity falls in your own chart. For example, if across the ascendant, then an important relationship or relationships could be featured, or even something about how you yourself are relating in general. But if it is across the 4th and 10th signs, then career matters and or family issues could come into play. I say could instead of would or will because the sign house polarities cover many areas and categories simultaneously, and you have to know what specific area you are dealing with at this time in your life in order to categorize properly. But rest assured, there is no self-delusion or fudging of the assignations. If you are sensitive and knowledgeable, you'll be able to spot the correct assignments. For example, in a 5th sign to 11th sign polarity, it could be something to do with romance, but also with groups or both. Alternatively, it might be in regard to sports or games that you are involved in, but it could also be something to do with your gambling or your speculative ventures. This polarity also rules children, and since the 11th is income from career, you see where I'm going. Things can get complicated in a hurry, but if you know your astrology categories, you are sure to spot it correctly. Being a full moon means you can get important insight on whatever it is affecting for you, and if what you're tuning into is disturbing you, realize that like all cycles, it will come and go. And even by Wednesday night, it should be weaker, and even more so by Thursday. In summary, full moons, and especially full moon eclipses, can be very important and significant periods when something can reach fruition or something can be triggered that can lead to fulfillment and completion. But as many people have noticed, the extra available energy can also be hard to control as emotions become more volatile and sleep patterns affected. Also, realize that fulfillment is a nice word, but in this context is a bit of a double-edged sword, since the fulfillment could be a pinnacle point following inappropriate, mistaken, unwise actions, in which case the full moon lunar eclipse can take on a bit of a hellish tone. Stay tuned for a few examples of this, as illustrated by some of our favorite villains.